Lesson 6, 2 Cerebral Hemispheres. At this lesson, we will learn about the close relationship between fingerprint and brain. According to the previous lessons, we have demonstrated how fingerprints related to the brain, which are completely based on science. Our hands seem to simulate the brain structure. We have two hands, so in our brain there are two hemispheres, the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. Since 1981, Roger W. Sperry studied the whole brain theory that the human brain is divided into two half-hemispheres. Experiment was proved when he studied his mental patients. When blindfolding the left eye, put the picture on the right, then people would recognize it, but when you put this picture to the left, people could not recognize the picture on the left. Therefore, our hands are cross each other, the left brain controls the right hand and the right brain controls the left hand. Why? Why do we have two hands under cross controlling by two half of our brain hemispheres? This is called the development of evolution. If you fell to the left, both of your left hand and left brain would be hurt as well, so is the recovery process easy? Not easy at all. Our body is structured reasonably with cross-controlling by two cerebral hemispheres. When we get hurt on the left brain, if we practice on the right hand, we can recover the left hemisphere by physiotherapy and vice versa. If we hurt the left hand, we can practice the right hemisphere so we can restore the function. Actually, our brain and the development of each part of our body have a great correlation. In terms of functionality, two half hemispheres of the brain will give two completely different functions. There are two kinds of people. One regularly turns to the table of contents to read before reading and another prefer to read is to read from beginning to end. What style do you find yourself in? Those two type people with those two different behaviors are under control by the two hemispheres. Someone who is biased towards the right half of the hemisphere, they will focus more on general factors. On contrary, the people biased toward the left hemisphere, they like something detailed and meticulous. Thus, the first things are the right brain is overall and the left brain is detailed. For example, in a class, there are students who are extremely serious about the subjects as mathematics, physics. They're extremely excited. While the other students who always study those subjects with a lack of concentration, without exciting. So, which hemisphere that the person focusing on logic figures tend to? The left hemisphere is more logical and detailed, but the right hemisphere is something more artistic and abstract. So, when we are biased towards certain hemispheres, we will show our behavior in parallel. Right brain people will be more inclined to creation, color, sound, image about art. Left brain people will favor the logic of the number of words, anything concerned to science and calculation. Because the left brain is based on logic analysis principle, the left brain people usually make decisions based on reason, whereas the right brain depends on emotional decisions mostly. So one side will be mind, one side will be emotion. And the left brain person is the person who will pay more attention to his past and the right brain person who will focus on the present and future pictures. Because they like to be more creative and imaginative. We have two cerebral hemispheres corresponding to two such functions. By learning about the two hemispheres, we can advise the potential of two hemispheres and how to find out that our hemisphere tendency in order to develop our potential stronger. For example, if I study the right brain, I have to create many opportunities of development for the right hemisphere and vice versa. However, we also can balance the development of two hemispheres because balancing will create the most comprehensive development.